On Monday, November 23rd, MADD Canada came to Lakeview School to educate us on the dangers and consequences of impaired driving.
Some of the examples of the dangers of impaired driving they presented to us were:
a designated driver cannot have any alcohol or drugs in their system, even if they think they'll be okay to drive.
Don't walk home if there's no sidewalks or lights. The consequences could result in serious injury or death.
There were 4 main things they told us to do to prevent impaired driving.
1. Always have a plan. For example, have a designated driver, a parent, or a plan to stay the night.
2. If you see an impaired driver, call the police right away.
3. Never get into a car with an impaired driver.
4. Call a taxi or your parents to pick you up.
We learned lots while we watched the movie called 24 Hours. It outlined the consequences of impaired driving.
We will now like to show you the trailer of 24 Hours.
It's senior year, and the cameras are rolling. For Lainey and her friends, it's all about living in the moment and counting down the hours before the party of their lives.
Hey, did you guys hear about this? Boyd's burners are epic.
There's a bonfire.
And booze.
And music. And dancing. So we're going?
Of course.
Of course. We're not gonna miss the last Boyd's burner ever.
MADD Canada presents 24 Hours, a reality-style drama chronicling the lives of a group of teenagers.
Shall we get this party started?
And the choices some won't live to regret.
I'm the DD as of now.
Let the games begin.
They knew the rules.
What are you doing?
What's the problem?
You're the designated driver. That's the problem. We'll find another ride home.
They knew the stakes.
Hey, you're good to drive, right?
Yeah, of course.
But just a few hours later, nothing will ever be the same. In Canada, road crashes continue to be the leading cause of death among 16 to 25-year-olds. Alcohol and/or drugs are a factor in 55% of those crash deaths. Inexperience, immaturity, and intoxication are a deadly combination. This gripping dramatization is followed by true stories from impaired driving victims who share their personal experiences of real, heart-wrenching loss.
I was running beside the stretcher the whole time, telling them, I'm here, I love you, stay strong. But by the time they opened him up, there was just too much damage. And I was just, he's dead. And I died inside.
On average, every day in Canada, impaired driving kills 4 people and injures hundreds more. It's important to help our youth understand the very real consequences of impaired driving and teach them to make better, safer decisions. 24 Hours is a comprehensive school program. It comes with a complete package of teaching tools on CD and DVD, including a youth manual, posters, school announcements, classroom videos, and an educator's guide to help teachers initiate meaningful discussions with the students after the presentation.
Students at this age are real risk takers. They really feel that they are invincible. They really feel that nothing's going to happen to them. That's why when you go into this presentation and you can hear the pin drop while it's going on, it means that they're thinking.
I speak at many school assembly programs across the country, and I am always amazed by the reaction of the young people. I see that as the reality of the program begins to hit them, an impaired driving crash happens, and the consequences thereafter, I see tears, and I know that they're learning from these shows.
Well, I think it affects them on an emotional level first. There's an immediate, shock value.
The victim stories are incredibly powerful because it makes it real. What this presentation does is provide them with the tools to try to remain as safe as they possibly can.
I think MADD Canada's school program is very effective. Every year I've seen MADD Canada, it really had a big impact on me, and it created a lot of emotion all around the school and people around me.
I thought it was really upsetting, but at the same time it was a message that had to be expressed.
Like, a lot of my friends throughout the video were crying just because it was so powerful.
You have to be responsible for your own future. You have to think about people around you and
what it can do to your lives.
MADD Canada does a survey every 3 years on the program. What it tells us is that the kids, after they see the show, they really have a strong impact in terms of making smart decisions. And then we survey them 3 months later, and we find that they've kept that behavior up.
Would you be willing to share some of your feelings, some of the things that occurred to you when you were watching the film?
That video, it had a huge impact on me, and I believe other people too.
Do these school assembly programs make a difference? They do, no question. And if you can stop one kid from getting behind the wheel of a car, then the program is really worthwhile to be getting involved with.
Help your students to make better choices. Together, we can save lives. Call 1-800-665-MADD to book 24 hours for your school, or visit us online at madd.ca.